If you are addicted to checking the 3D, and I'm not jumping on your ass because I have been here and this is where most people get stuck, I want to remind you right now that you can have whatever you want. Whatever it is you're creating, you can have it. It takes discipline. It takes you actually being honest with yourself about where you are along your journey and genuinely applying what you're consuming. If you are someone who is constantly checking if your manifestation is here yet, if you're constantly going everywhere and typing comments about how it isn't here yet, what are you doing wrong? Is there something that you can be doing better? Looking for signs, asking if this is a sign that your manifestation is coming to fruition. That right there is the reason it's not here yet. And I know that sounds so harsh, but today I'm breaking down why this pattern of keeps you stuck in the pattern and feedback loop of checking, and what to do instead so your reality starts to flow naturally and manifestation starts to feel a lot easier for you. I'm completely honest with you. The only time that I've checked on my manifestation and the only time that you are checking on your own manifestations is because you don't fully believe in what you're creating. And I know that's kind of a tough pill to swallow because you want to believe that you're fully capable of creating something. But when it comes to something that you've never created before, or it feels like a very big manifestation, your brain tends to put up resistant blocks unconsciously. So when you don't fully believe in what you're creating, no matter how big or small you perceive your manifestation to be, every time you're checking or looking for proof, you're actually confirming to yourself and to guess that it's not here yet. And that's the signal or the frequency you're most dominantly in. Your reality is a mirror to your most dominant assumptions and your most dominant state of being. Your subconscious and conscious mind naturally hears and feels the energy of waiting. And all manifestation truly is a conscious decision. Whenever I go to restaurants, especially ones that are very hard to get into, I naturally just assume that I'm gonna get a table. And that's always been my experience. Why? Because I decided that. Even little manifestations like that, you are consciously thinking things and deciding things all day long. Every moment of the day, you're deciding things. And I want you to get super deliberate and honest with the most dominant thoughts that you are having. I think it's really important to be honest about where you are along your journey because just slathering on affirmations isn't gonna help. You have to be coupling this with nervous system regulation. And the reason being is because taking on new beliefs, I've said this, I think in my last video, is extremely triggering for your brain. And you need to be able to deal with your reality in a regulated manner while still holding the knowing that you're getting something specific, no matter what that is. So instead of checking, instead of you looking and asking and begging the universe for signs and making birds before land and all this stuff, you need to shift in your identity. Ask yourself, what would I be doing if I already had it? It's really this simple. I know that it can feel complicated, but it really is this simple. What would you be doing if you already had your manifestation? You'd live your life, right? You'd be happy, you'd be excited, you'd be pleasantly expecting, you'd be relaxed, secure, you'd be keeping up with your routines, hanging out with friends, creating content. If you're a content creator, you'd be living your life. You'd be grateful and you'd be already satisfied. That is the energy that pulls it in faster. And this is why I preach nervous system regulation on my channel, because when you're in an extremely triggered space, when you are frantic, when you're extremely emotional or caught in negative emotions, manifestation can feel hard because you're not in the receiving mode. You're not calm. Nervous system regulation calms your vagus nerve, which allows you to receive your manifestations quicker. You're not doing all these techniques and all of these nervous system regulation, breath work, meditations to get your manifestation. you're doing that to remind yourself that you already have it. That's why those techniques and routines matter. So when you stop searching for it, when you genuinely, fully embody the state of having it, and I don't care if you want to call it delusional, whatever you want to call that. Sometimes people call it delusional because you're literally living in another state, but you've done this for every other thing in your life. When you stop searching for it, when you stop asking the universe, where is it? And you tell the universe that you already have it, your reality responds to that certainty. So if you've been constantly looking for your manifestation, constantly asking, where is it? And I've been here, especially when you want it right now, this is your sign to stop watching tons of manifestation content, looking for another video to help you. Do your breath work 5 or 6 times a day, even if you need to. There was one point where I was doing breath work upwards to 5 or 6 times a day, just to feel better. I want you to really focus on living like it's already done, because it is, and watch how fast things shift. So many things are shifting and moving in order for you to get what you want, but you're so worried about how this has to come into your life. The more you focus on the how, the more stressed and frustrated you're going to be at your experience. And that state of being is not a fun state to be in. Coming from a person who used to constantly live in that state of, where is it? Then when I just decided that I already have it, my life became so much easier because I realized that I was in the driver's seat of my life. You need to put yourself in the driver's seat of your life. Stop asking, where is it? You already have it. A part of manifestation requires you to enjoy the unfolding. The unfolding meaning the series of events that is bringing you to your manifestation. The people that you haven't met yet. The places you haven't been to yet. And it's so funny because the more you actually grasp the concept of manifestation and the more you dig into it spiritually, the more you realize that so many things are unfolding so perfectly beyond your wildest dreams. That is the place to be. When you can trust the unfolding and trust what you're applying is working, you'll also see when you actually take the time to do your breath work and calm your nervous system, how easy manifestation is. You can sit there and watch content all day long. You already have all the information you need. It's time to get serious and deliberate about your routines and the way that you're moving about your reality. Where most people get stuck is they think that life has to be this set of perfect circumstances before they move. And that's not a place I want you to be. You should be able to deal with your experiences, your circumstances in a regulated manner and move through reality. When you step, reality bends. You have to look at it like that. You're not asking, where is it? You're expecting it. You already have it. You already know it's yours. You don't need the proof. When you don't need proof, that's when you know you're living in the end. I live in the end state all day long. I am so joyful and happy about life that even when I do experience circumstances or perceived to be negative experiences, I'm able to deal with it in a regulated manner and then move on with my day. It doesn't get me down as bad as it used to in the past. And this is the place to be, because when you're in a regulated space, and I wish more people knew about nervous system regulation, because that piece, that core component really does help shake up your inner state of being. Not to say that you're going to be doing breath work every single day of your life for the rest of your life, but if you're really struggling right now, that should be your main focus, is just feeling better. But you can pick yourself up and dust yourself off and try again. A part of manifestation and mindset is being resilient, being able to live life and not allow life to get you down so bad to the point that you're giving up. And you deserve to live the best life, the most fulfilling life, with circumstances that you want. I look back at circumstances now and I take them as things that I've learned from, I've grown from, and truly understanding that I was in full control the entire time. Stepping into a new identity is just deciding that you're that person today. So decide you're that person today. You already have your manifestation. How awesome is that? Now go regulate your nervous system, pleasantly expect, go enjoy your life, and watch how fast things shift when you stop looking for it. Embodiment requires you to step into the version of yourself that knows it's yours without a shadow of a doubt. You don't need proof. You don't need someone to tell you that you're getting it, because you decide that. I say all of this with love because I have been here multiple times. I am someone who has dealt with a lot of circumstances in my life, and I'm not just speaking from someone who has always experienced positive. I've been in the lowest of the lows. I have been crying my eyes out, crashing out in my room many of times. It's actually not too long ago, last year. So it gets better. You just have to decide what you want your life to look like and actually take the actions and create routines for your day that feel good. Don't be afraid to step into this version of you. A part of manifestation requires you to change and shift in how you're showing up. You can't create a new set of circumstances remaining the same. You just can't. The highest version of you, how would they deal with problems? How would they deal with their manifestation not being here? Would they be asking, where is it? Would they be worried about the time? Would they be checking? Probably not. They'd be enjoying their life, not even really caring about the time because they know it's theirs anyways. So the time really doesn't matter. You decide all of these things. You are in full control at all times. I remember when I first actually shifted in my reality and decided I'm tired of feeling like I'm just straight up, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm tired of feeling like I'm not enough. Wanted the best for myself without the need for other people's approval or validation. The second that I started validating myself and not looking for proof and living authentically and the way that I envision my life to be, I have truly never been happier. The moments of adjustment were not the most fun, but they were worth it in the long run. So if you're in that space right now where you're just really feeling frustrated and annoyed and you want to give up on your manifestation, I'm here to tell you that you do not deserve to do that. You're not here to give up on whatever it is that you perceive is going to make you happy. You deserve to live a fun, fulfilling, and enriched life. So with that being said, don't give up on yourself. Actually apply yourself with what you're hearing today. Do the breath work. Create a good routine for your day. Exercise. Drink a lot of water. And if you're feeling down, take a couple weeks off. You don't have to do, you're always creating from whatever belief system you're in. Manifestation isn't something that you can just turn off. So I want you to be confident in what you're creating. I know sometimes it can feel a little difficult, especially when you perceive this manifestation to be big or something that is out of the ordinary, but Gus performs miracles and I've experienced a ton of them. And I'm just here to remind you that you can experience miracles too. After you watch this video, decide who you are. Stop checking, stop asking for proof. You are the proof.